we're going to turn to a surprisingly powerful, maybe even a little strange, metaphor for social transformation. Yes, compost. You heard me right. And I know that sounds weird, but just stay with me here, because this is actually brilliant. The process of creating rich, fertile soil out of what we normally consider garbage is one of the best models we have for healing our social and political wounds.
Just look at these parallels. They're fascinating. Compost literally transforms biological waste into something new. Revolutionary love tends to our social wounds, the conflicts, the harm. A good compost pile needs a bunch of different ingredients. Revolutionary love requires us to see no stranger, to value that diversity. And that decomposition process, it generates intense heat. And this work, it requires what are called brave spaces of friction and transformation. The end result is exactly the same. Compost creates fertile soil for new life, and revolutionary love builds systemic trust, the social soil from which new, healthier systems can finally grow.
So let's dig into that idea of brave spaces for a second, because this distinction is crucial. A safe space often prioritizes comfort, which can mean we end up avoiding conflict at all costs. But a brave space has a totally different goal: transformation. It understands that discomfort, and even conflict, as long as it's held with respect, is a necessary part of learning and healing. It's the heat in the compost pile. Without it, nothing really breaks down, and nothing new can grow. And a key ingredient in all this social composting is a really mature understanding of what forgiveness is. This isn't about forgetting that harm happened or just letting people off the hook. It's an internal process of freeing yourself from the consuming, draining power of hate so that you have the energy to build something new. It's really about letting go of the poison so you can get back to tending to the soil. So let's zoom out now for the final piece of this puzzle. Where does all of this work lead? Well, the ultimate goal is a fundamental shift in how we see everything. Remember that lonely apple tree from the beginning, trying to succeed all on its own? Now we can see the answer. The entire practice of revolutionary love, seeing no stranger, tending to wounds, loving ourselves, is the hard, gritty work of creating that rich, life-giving soil. It moves us away from just focusing on our individual tree and toward cultivating a whole, thriving, interconnected forest. And what's absolutely incredible is that this isn't just a nice metaphor, it's a biological reality. The work of scientists like Suzanne Simard has revealed what's called the wood wide web, these vast underground fungal networks that connect trees, allowing them to share resources, warn each other of danger, and even nurture the young saplings. A forest is not a collection of competing individuals, it is a cooperative community. It's like our ethics are finally catching up to ecology. What the forest has always known, we are just now beginning to learn. So here's the bottom line. Revolutionary love isn't just a personal practice. It's the social glue that resilient communities need to thrive. It creates the kind of trust that allows neighbors to actually help each other in a crisis. It helps us build a bridge to get from just thinking about me and my success to thinking about we and our collective well-being. And maybe most importantly, it extends our circle of care to include future generations, the ultimate strangers that we are called to love. So we end up right back where we started, but with a whole new understanding. Your life, your work, your dreams, none of it grows in a vacuum. It all depends on the health of the world around you. And that brings us to the final, essential question this whole framework asks every single one of us. What soil are you helping to create?
Create this space so every generation can share their truth.
And we listen with love, recognizing our interconnectedness.
While global systems wobble, our job is to build a stable attractor, a functional, localized unit of community resilience created from the inside of the disruption. To help you navigate this, we have designed a 5-day intensive course. It is a practical survival guide for decoupling your life from the matrix of infinite growth. You will learn how to establish a local council of the commons and master the mechanics of biophilic stewardship, ensuring your land can feed your community indefinitely. You can remain tied to the illusion of a collapsing global credit card, or take this course to begin building real systems health today. The Earth is tired of the lie. It is time to dance with the truth.